What if I told you that one of the most insane basketball games in recent history ended with a finish so shocking that even the commentators couldn't believe their eyes? A game filled with jaw-dropping dunks, impossible threes, and a last-second dagger that sent the entire arena into absolute chaos. But what really happened? And how did this game go from an ordinary matchup to an instant classic? Well, buckle up, because this is the full story of an NBA thriller that left the world speechless. The stage was set, two teams, both desperate for a win, colliding in a battle that would test their limits. On one side, the young and hungry squad, led by a rising superstar looking to make a statement. On the other, a veteran-heavy team featuring one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. This wasn't just a game. It was a fight for dominance, pride, and a place in the playoff race. From the very first tip-off, you could feel the intensity in the air. Players were locked in, the crowd was roaring, and every possession felt like it mattered. But what no one expected was just how crazy this game would get. The game started off as a chess match. One team came out firing, knocking down deep threes and punishing every defensive lapse. Their star player, absolutely unstoppable in the first quarter, scoring at will, slicing through defenders like they weren't even there. But the other team, they weren't backing down. They responded with a series of powerful dunks, highlight reel passes, and defensive stops that had the crowd on their feet. It was a back-and-forth battle. Every bucket answered. Every momentum shift met with an even bigger play. The first half ended with a buzzer beater so ridiculous that the entire bench exploded. But as the players walked to the locker room, no one had any idea that the real drama was still to come. Then, the second half began, and that's when everything changed. The intensity went from high to absolutely insane. One team came out swinging, going on a massive run to take control of the game. Their defense locked in, their offense flawless, and just like that, it looked like they had all but sealed the victory. But that's when the comeback started. It started with a couple of big shots, then a steal, then another three, and suddenly, the impossible was happening. A double-digit deficit gone. The momentum had completely shifted, and the crowd, they could feel it. The energy was electric. Every single play felt like a life or death moment. And then we reached the final minutes. The score was tied. The crowd was deafening. Every possession felt like a championship moment. And that's when things went from crazy to unbelievable. First, a monster dunk that shook the arena. Then, an impossible step-back three that barely touched the net. And finally, a defensive stop so clutch that it looked like the game was over. But it wasn't. Because with just seconds left on the clock, history was about to be made. One team, one final possession, one chance to win it all. The ball was inbounded. A quick pass, a hesitation move. The defender stumbled. The shot went up. And swish! The entire arena erupted. Players sprinted in celebration, the losing team collapsed in heartbreak, and the commentators completely lost their minds. Fans couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. Social media exploded. Everyone from NBA legends to casual fans was talking about it. Some called it one of the greatest finishes in recent history. Others debated if it was even real. But one thing was certain. This was a game no one would ever forget. And that is why we love basketball. Because sometimes, just when you think you've seen it all, the game delivers a moment that reminds us why we fell in love with it in the first place. So what do you think? Was this one of the greatest games you've ever seen? And what's your favorite buzzer beater moment in NBA history? Let me know in the comments below. And if you love basketball stories like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more insane NBA moments. Until next time, keep watching, keep loving the game, and I'll see you in the next one.